Hi, this is Howie from Prime Your Pump, entertaining and actionable self-improvement. And this week's video is about emphasis on the short-term versus the long-term consequences of your actions. In other words, about impulse control. And what's the difference between short-term and long-term thinking? Well, in my opinion, short-term thinking is about the present or the immediate future. Long-term thinking is about the distant future. And informed people know that dealing with the present and future is like talking about baseball and football. Let me explain. While the present and the future are both measures of time, baseball and football are both sports. Living in the present and living in the future require completely different skill sets, just like baseball and football require completely different skill sets. Financial people in organizations frequently play with the numbers to make things look good, okay, for the short term. So, for example, they place a huge emphasis on short term profits, but this is very frequently at the expense of the long term health of the organization. And the same holds true for people in their non work lives. For example, if you go on a big trip today, maybe you'll not have enough money for your retirement in the future. Okay, a helpful way to think about the difference in living in the present versus living in the future is living in the present is about living in the moment, feeling the breeze on your face or the sun on your body. All right, that's the present. That's living in the moment. Living in the future is about actually planning what's going to happen as you get older. And it's even more important for you to plan what's your life going to be like when you're 70 or 80 or 90. Now, here are some techniques, okay, to make sure you consider long-term decisions, okay, long-term issues when making decisions and that the short term doesn't screw you up. First, what is your mission in life? Recall our blog post on figuring out your mission in life. Mine is to generate positive energy into the universe. And without a mission, you can't distinguish whether actions you take are good or bad for the long haul in your life, moving towards your mission. Second, be wary of the company you keep. There are some people who are all about instant gratification, the here and now. I want it now. They're short-term thinkers. And if you hang out with a lot of these kinds of people, you may turn out to be a short-term thinker, and that's not a good thing. So again, be wary of the company you keep. The third thing is dealing with people. Managing by your personal values is the perfect way to ensure decisions not only solve short-term problems, but are also aligned with your long-term goals and objectives. So that's an important point. Now, here are some thoughts on personal values. One, optimize all of the people important to you. Just don't optimize yourself. Second, endeavor to improve problematic processes in your life. Okay, don't set goals for yourself without methods to achieve those goals. Third, balance extrinsic and intrinsic motivators in your life. Don't just rely on extrinsic motivators. Those are punishments and rewards for yourself and others that you care about. And remember, intrinsic motivation comes from the sheer joy of doing something. And fourth, cooperate with people in your life. Try not to compete with them. In terms of use it, lose it, or make it actionable, remember, create your mission in life, develop a positive environment for yourself, and learn how to deal with people. And when do you use it? Well, whenever you're making a decision, you need to weigh the short-term versus the long-term consequences. And what do you think? Have you ever made decisions where you focused on the short term at the expense of success in the long term? And please share your thoughts below. And before we go, make sure you read our other blog posts. And if you have a friend who may like any of our posts, please tell them. And lastly, if you haven't already signed up for our weekly newsletter, please do so. And until next time, remember, prime your pump.